quickly now because there are the police are moving in fast. They're holding. Thank you. Are you displacing us? Another news person just informed me that and they're just speaking to someone right now. They have not arrested anyone yet here next to the tree. There have been 5 arrests so far today, though, during press back further into this park. In the background is the United Center, and this is where the Democratic National Convention is currently happening. It started today. Convention is occurring. They're pushing people north.
Behind this line too.
There's some people observing behind this police line that's currently in front of us.
How many kids have you killed today? Your tax dollars, my tax dollars. Is it worth the money? Is it worth the money? How many kids have you killed today? How many kids have you killed today? How many kids have you killed today? Every one of your money, every one of your tax dollars have went to killing babies.
The remaining protesters, including a bunch of press, which obviously includes Unicorn Riot, north and away from the United Center, where the Democratic National Convention is happening.
Can you describe what happened earlier?
Stream is pretty much effed, but may come back. Great.
Just say what happened earlier, I guess.
Well, I don't know if we're live, so hold on. So the police continue pushing the remaining protesters north and away from the United Center here in Chicago, Illinois. The United Center is where the Democratic National Convention is taking place, which started today and goes through the end of Thursday. Each and every single day of the Democratic National Convention, there are protests planned. There are hundreds and hundreds of police officers just in this area and around the entire city. Police from different states came in to help throughout the National Convention. They're pushing again and chanting, "Move back." The police are still pushing everyone who remains in this park north. This park is north of United Center. A police officer just pointed north saying, "Everybody exit that way, please walk that way." Maybe just like directly in my face. They're asking everyone to move back again and continue pushing forward.
Walk out of the park. Out of the park, please. Hey, press. Move back.
Thank you guys, appreciate it, thank you.
Do you mind explaining why the park's being closed?
Please close it out. Public safety concerns.
Public safety
The
concerns?
fence was breached. We got to push
Okay.
it back, okay? We got to push it back, please.
So this police officer just informed us that the park is being closed due to a public safety breach, or sorry, a public safety concern because the fence was breached that is near the United Center.
Move back, move back, move
Now, do
back.
we have to move back off the sidewalk?
Yeah, they want to.
Yeah, I believe they're asking us to walk into the street right now.
Please exit all the way out, please.
See, we got it. We got to study the French. The French kids would all be gone to another part doing the same thing.
Do you want to talk about why you're here?
If you want me to.
Yeah, why
Go
not?
ahead.
Well, I see dead Palestinian kids. You know, I see a nation that wants to keep out migrant workers that made this country strong. I see the police aren't being supported by what they need, like education and social services. And I can't vote for Kamala Harris. She sold down the sex workers down the street and down the tubes when she was in San Francisco. And that I know because my daughter's a sex therapist. But I mean, which doesn't mean you do sex, you just help people with it. Yeah. Well, some people don't. She has to tell people
I mean,
repeatedly.
sex workers work also, even
Yeah.
if that was a thing. But
Yeah, but I have, I came here because I was here in '68 and I want to make sure I see what happened. And honestly, the police are a lot nicer than they were. It doesn't help to jeer though. And I know they wanted to jeer, and I was trying to say, no, yeah, it's not their fault. They're not educated. Well, I guess that's kind of jeering.
He has rocks on him.
what?
Trump has hoodies, white gym shoes.
Who has rocks in them?
Their officers know there was some rocks.
Okay.
Anyway,
Just out. They didn't have a general meeting so that people couldn't vote for
What
it.
would make you not feel like you need to be here to protest the Democratic Party?
Going on with a new modern economist or a new modern philosophy. This is ridiculous. We should be looking. The kids were right in Vietnam. The kids are always right. We should listen to our children. They're the ones that know what's going on. My generation just wants. I'm sorry to say that, but they are. But no, I had to come. I had to come. And I will say they are nicer. They wouldn't have said this to us. They would have just pulled out their
In
things.
68?
Yeah, in '68 they just pulled out their. Yeah, well, I came as a representative because I have my medical kit still behind me in case they hurt somebody. And I'd even help them if they got hurt. I mean,
so you were there in '68?
oh yeah, of course. Oh, honey, I've been, yeah.
So does this echo with you, like the feeling of the parallels?
I feel like this generation is far superior to mine. I think you all are gentler, more accepting, more kind, smarter. There's a few extremists, but all of us were extreme then. You know, a lot of us were following the weathermen and, yeah. Sanctuary and, you know, and it lasted a lifetime. I'm sure that there's somewhere a record on me. You know, I know. I've seen one of them. I used to be the biggest record. If you ever really want to do a story on somebody, go into the Johnson libraries at University of Texas and look up a wizard. The guy's name was Wizard. He was one of the finest SDS workers in all of all of us. He knew what he was doing, but they had him shot. Yeah. Yeah, but if you really want to do some research on that, that's where you go. His wife's name was Miriam Wizard, and he was Wizard, and it's just spelled with one Z. So
Where do you think things go next? I guess. What do you think? Where's this all going?
oh, I think if there's a riot, Kamala won't get in. If there's a riot, Kamala won't get in. And I don't know what's going to happen with. I don't know what's going to happen with Trump. I mean, that's ridiculous. There's another one that's, you know, I mean, it'd be nice. I can give you Cornell West button if you want. I'm going that direction.
I guess to go back to 68 for a second, what do you most remember from that experience?
Well, that my father refused to pay for my college after he saw me in the Post putting daisies in the National Guard's. He said he was through with paying for my education.
Mm-hmm. So you put daisies in the National Guard with the guns?
At the Washington D.C. on that protest, yeah.
Okay.
I was that girl, you know, barefoot and.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, a different time, right?
No.
The establishment thanks you for your dedicated, loyal service. You've done a great service to them today.
Now, see, he's smart. He's smart. That's how you do it. That's how you do it, darling. That's how you do it.
Do you want to talk at all? No. Okay.
Thank you, though.
Yeah, some of these guys can't. And I understand that. What are they going to do? They're going to arrest me? Oh, good. My medication is going to run them $50,000 probably every 6 months. Yeah, go ahead and put me in jail, honey. And I'll get lawyers. You just wait. Maybe I'll convert to Muslimism like Malcolm X did. You know, who knows? I'm joking. I don't know. I should probably be serious, shouldn't I?
Well, it's a serious vibe here at the corner right now.
Yeah. Well, that's when I get my funniest, because yeah. But yeah, they didn't. You know, it's funny. I was surprised at how many people knocked me down, and I wasn't going to get up until I got my walking stick. Mm-hmm. And finally, one guy handed it to me, one of the police. Mm-hmm. And I hope he doesn't get in trouble for it, though. You know, it's.
Thank you for your service.
You know, there's no reason to do this. But there was no reason to block that off either. What's wrong with the Democratic Party that they're doing that? They're supposed to be the party of the people.
Establishment thanks you.
Do we want to try to get to that side?
What's that?
Do you want to try to move to that side now?
Hey, thank you so much, man.
No, I don't know if I did anything for you, but...
No,
It's all good. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, we're going to show this other side of the street where there's where the line just continues of police. So this is the intersection of North Walcott Ave and West Maypole Ave. And they're blockading all of West Maypole Ave on the south side toward the park. And again, one of the police officers told us that the park is being closed due to safety concerns because the metal fence was breached to the street to the south of the park toward United Center. Again, and the United Center is where the Democratic National Convention is taking place, which started today. There are maybe 100 at most remaining protesters. There's still a lot of press here at the corner of Walcott and Maypole.
There's a service that we saw earlier. I didn't see any other besides. I didn't see anything else besides Chicago police and the Secret Service lately in this whole park situation. There hasn't been any other cities around really so far.
Yeah, there haven't been any other city north side as well as east side and probably west side of the park.
And a lot of this has been happening earlier today, probably about a couple hours ago. Some people were able to dismantle some units of the fence, and some parts of the fence got moved around, and then a whole bunch of people got inside that first fence. We went in there and filmed that. We weren't there, you know, people sort of faced off with a whole bunch of police, and the Secret Service was in there as well. And I guess, about at least 5 arrests. It sounds like that's what we've heard. And I don't think there was any pepper spray, but there was definitely, you know, shoving and use of batons to kind of push people off and that type of thing.
Yeah, it seems like although the presence of police is massive, it seems like the tactics are not excessive at this point. We haven't seen any quote-unquote non-lethal weapons used.
They're sending even more of them east down that alley. Even more of them are going east down that alley down there.
Oh, sorry.
Can we talk to that guy?
Hold on.
The police were agitators.
Here, let's just. Well,
Trim it up.
do you want to? We're live right
I don't
now,
wanna
and
talk-
okay, okay, then that's fair. Okay. I was gonna give you the space to talk, but that's fine.
No comment. Even more of them, like dozens of them. Are
Yeah, there are a lot of police walking down the alley east of the park.
They're pulling back and they're pulling back and going south again, or some of them are. Even more of them are going. Okay, well, there aren't many demonstrators left over here, so I can kind of recap, I guess. All right, thanks all for tuning in. Really appreciate your support. If you can support our work at unicornriot.ninja/donate, that's like much appreciated. We've been out here following the Palestine protest, the big march that happened earlier today. Our bandwidth was limited, so we weren't able to stream as much as we wanted, but we will have more videos going up. We've also media today. So there were about 5 people did get through the fence that was set up to border the National Special Security event. People removed a few segments of the fence and got in there, kind of sent that message, that anti-war message, and sort of, faced off with the police inside a very confined fence area. Then there was a group of riot police that came in from the east, and there was a group